My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Wildfrost. Yeah, we're going to be taking B-Row. And B-Row, you are going to be earning the new name of Rawsome II. So, Rawsome, on a counter of 4, you'll be applying 1 shroom to all enemies. You've got 2 damage and 11 health. This is the most unique of the opening modifiers here available for me. Lugdal with the ability to aim snow aimlessly. Rather, not aim snow, but at least attack with frenzy. And Blue Saw with the ability to summon Bebop. Both of them are pretty interesting. But I definitely need to get shell characters, and also Rawsome's way more interesting. So let's go. I'll even click the button that says let's go. Okay. Lil Gazi a little less than some of the other characters here. I really like Sneasel and Spike when I'm considering a run that wants to be able to generate shell to characters that also generate benefits when hit. Snoof is just very powerful. I'm gonna go with Spike because I just really like planning around Spike in the early game. I feel like I can get a lot of money that way. So let's move into the first battle. Yeah, this is a classic case of being able to get a lot of money that way. So all I have to do is kill the middle Chungoon in 2 turns. Can I do that? So at the end of the next turn, both of the Pengoons are going to attack. They're both going to attack Spike, at least as I currently have it set up, and they'll die. This is not good for us. Because the best I could do is then get Chungoon to die the turn after when it eventually attacks Spike. Very late. I can move Rawsome forward. We've got a lot of health on Rawsome, so I could trade some health here in order to try and get a larger combo later. Ultimately, it's going to be some amount of damage that Chungoon is going to be capable of doing to Spike. Probably 3. So 3 from Chungoon, 2 from another 2 Pengoons. Down to a total of 5 on Spike. I'm just not willing to trade away that much HP. So what if I get Rawsome to attack Chungoon? Well, it's still a hit. Still has to set up for another hit. Ultimately, I'm trying to come around to, do I actually avoid including Chungoon in this combo? Because it's just really annoying to kill them. You know, one way to do it, and it would be killing in 4 turns time. So this is the second time both Pengoons attack. It would be allow both of the Pengoons to attack Rawsome. It'd be Scrappy Sword against Chungoon 2 times, and then on the turn that Chungoon tries to attack alone, the only thing happening on the board is Chungoon attacking alone, I put down Woodhead, blocking Chungoon's hit, and then Rawsome in response next turn kills Chungoon, and the 2 Pengoons die against Spike. That's really good. Alright, I'm glad that I took the extra time there to try and find the right opening for us, because this is so much more powerful. So all I have to do this turn is put Woodhead in front to take that hit. Both the Pengoons are going to attack Spike and die. Rawsome is going to respond by taking out Chungoon. Perfect. Even gives me the ability to play a Flame Water there for value. Gives me also a lot of extra health left on Spike now, which really matters. Wattlegoons on the top line is going to attack 4 times in 3 turns' time. In doing so, it will take 8 damage to Spikes after doing 4 damage to Spike. Singular? That doesn't seem great. I think I do want to throw this snow stick before I cycle through the deck. On the goblin, keep them around as long as I can. I think I also probably want Rawsome to attack a bit faster there up on that top line. Now, do I want to stop Waddlegoons from dying here? I'd have to move Spike offline. Obviously, I'm going to be cycling my hand here. I have to. So ultimately, what should this come down to? How many combos I think I can get event purely? Including Waddlegoons. Honestly, it's not that difficult. I could freeze Waddlegoons this turn, throw a Scrappy Sword, and no, but I want to freeze other targets. I could, theoretically, let Waddlegoons just attack a couple times on the top line. If it targets Spike 3 times, it dies this turn. If it targets Spike 2 times only, so the average result here, it will survive. This actually seems the best to me. I'm gonna throw another snow stick at the bottom line, and it dies against Spike. Alas. This buys me some more time to throw some more snow sticks at the bottom line. Hello, Big Ping. So on the turn that all the Pengoons are attacking... that's not gonna be possible. Spike is only going to be able to absorb the damage of 3 of these enemies dying at the same time. So I should... start killing Pengoon. Okay, all of those are going to attack and die to Spike, who is then going to... Actually, I can let Spike live, and having Spike with their full health on later fights is pretty important, and still get my 4-time kill here. Gonna have to cycle and find a reasonable way to keep myself alive. Snow sticks will do it. Alright, goodbye, Big Peng. Reasonable opening fight. Decent income from it. Ooh, double treasure. That's the opportunity to try and start finding cards like Shellbow or Shell Shield, obviously the shell related. The Charm and a Frozen Traveler, that's more of an ability to get like the run off to the right start. I don't feel like the run is particularly powerful just based off of Rawsome and Spike here. I'm gonna go for the treasures. I'm specifically electing here to take the choice that I wouldn't usually. There's Shellbow. Applies 5 shell. After doing 2 damage in Barrage, it applies 5 shell. Obviously, if I can double the effect of this somehow, pretty good. If I have characters that want to be hit, pretty good, because it triggers their hit effect and then also gives them 5 shell. Pretty pleased about that. Now I just need to find the right characters to pair with it. Pinkberry Juice, Pombum, Bling Bank this early, and Noomlin Biscuit. I am gonna struggle here. These are all incredible. So this early, Pombum is basically kill the entire enemy line. It's a lot of combo. But combo is money, and you can also just get that money from the Bling Bank. When an enemy is killed, gain blings. There's also the Noomlin Biscuit, something that you would ultimately want to buy with that money. Add Noomlin to a card in your hand, consume, and then finally, Pinkberry Juice. Which, look, if I'm doing a run that cares about health on, you know, units like Spike and other units that I might have in the run, it does look like a good option. It's hard for me to imagine turning down any of these. Wow, this is tough. I'm currently slightly leaning towards Bling Bank, just to try and get more money before the first shot. That's it. It's available as early as it possibly can be. Oh. Funkin! Apply 2 Shroom, increases by 1 when hit. Definitely I see the appeal. There's also Shelly. When an enemy is killed, apply 3 shell to the attacker. And Bomb Bomb. Bomb Bomb obviously is amazing. I don't want to take Bomb Bomb in this run. When I take Bomb Bomb, Bomb Bomb takes over the entire run. I want to take Shelly. I want to see if I can use the shell appropriately. But I also realize, in taking Shelly here, I'm leaving myself with an incredible lack of damage in this deck. I can probably limp through one more fight. Probably. We'll see. In 2 turns' time, I can have that Earthberry attack Spike. But I won't really have done anything about the Berry Witch on the top line. I also don't really want to let that Earthberry attack. I have to commit a lot of actions to it if I want to stop that, though. I do have another attacker, but they're another attacker for exactly 1 damage. It's not particularly significant. Getting Rawsome to attack earlier rather than later is always pretty good. I'm gonna go Flame Water on Rawsome. And Sunrod, forcing my attack early. Earthberry's now in a position where they will die if they attack Spike. I don't have to let them do that this turn. But unfortunately, if the Berry Witch gets to act, they're gonna then make the Earthberry even more annoying to deal with. So, how do I want to deal with this? I could freeze the Earthberry, preventing it from attacking this round. And for another 2 rounds thereafter. Berry Witch will eventually heal the Earthberry by attacking. To be able to cycle and try and get Shellbow in a later hand, maybe Shelly. Alright, I'm gonna try this play. Effectively, I freeze the Earthberry, well aware that the Berry Witch is about to heal them. I need to let you attack Spike to take 2 damage here. If I let too many characters on the same field at the same time, though, this is going to cause a problem. So next turn I would be blocking Earthberry's attack, and then the turn after, Rawsome would attack Earthberry. And if I've thrown a Scrappy Sword at Berry Witch... Although Berry Witch, you don't target yourself, right? All allies doesn't mean yourself. I've seen that before. But then I don't get the Bling Bank out. I'm gonna put the Bling Bank out now. Okay, there's a lot more enemies on the field now, and a lot of them have a lot of health. My strategy, ideally, should pivot. That Earthberry is planning on doing 3 damage as well as 1 demonized. Awesome. Definitely cycling right now. I can freeze to stop you. Or I can just let you do 3 damage to Spike. And then next turn, Rawsome attacking the Berry Witch will take out the Berry Witch as well as Earthberry at the same time. That's pretty good. I mean, at least it's a twofer. Don't otherwise get many of them here. Okay, sure, I'm gonna put Shelly out. So Rawsome's about to kill the Berry Witch as well as the Earthberry. There's not really anything I can do to help assist with that so much. But I do want to start working against the next 2 Earthberries on the field as well. Let's freeze this one on the bottom line. Rawsome did get credit for both of those kills, thankfully. Very glad to see that. Woodhead blocking the full effect of 6 damage on the top line seems pretty relevant to me. Currently, Porcupine represents a lethal threat on Spike. Yeah, a lot less synergistic potential here than I wanted. Alas. I don't think I can kill multiple things at the same time right now. However, I can get more no, that'll take out Shelly. Oof. Maybe getting more shell doesn't really matter right now then. You know what? Just gonna freeze the Earthberry on the top line. I don't want to have to deal with that attack that soon. Thank you. Between Shelly and Rawsome, we're about to take out the Porcupine on the bottom line. Does sound like a fairy tale character. Still need to be ready to try and take out at least all of the units. If I take out at least all of the units, I'm still getting the value of the Bling Bank there. Okay, I'm gonna Scrappy Sword the Berry Witch on the top line. And if I throw the Shellbow at the top line, enemy side now, I can at least take out the Berry Witch. But do I have any real reason to want to take out the Berry Witch this round? It's not healing anyone. I could also just get a bunch of extra health on my characters. But then I have to worry about Queen Globbery next turn as well. Single Snow Stick for that. Probably not going to hold him off for as long as I want. Positive effect of 4 on Spike's health here. What if I put you in the top line, put that on the bottom, and then just use Shellbow on myself? Dang. Yeah, that's my mistake. I somehow thought that I was going to have enough block to take the 6, and then the 1. 2 damage. Last unit does 2 damage. Got it. Figured out what happened, friends. Alright. As for Queen Globbery here on the bottom line, they're not really threatening at all. I'm gonna use Sunroll and roll some for some extra damage. Let's cycle, find another Sunrod. Hey, I do indeed. I'm gonna put Rawsome on the top line. Well, actually, no. I will throw a Snow Stick at Earthberry. Even allow Shelly to attack them. Good. Okay, now, how do I line this up perfectly? Earthberry's currently only doing 2 damage by itself. So, if I throw that at Queen Globbery, then this turn, if I throw the Shellbow at the top line, I kill 2 units. Neat. It could have been better, it could have been worse. We did have Blig Bank out the entire time. These aren't particularly great enemies to be able to get combo kills against in any situation, unfortunately. 2 treasures on the top line. I think now we can afford to go for the Blinksnail Cave. Another treasure, another Frozen Traveler. Come on, Punch Man. Sometimes you punch man, sometimes you are punched, man. Snuff for freezing everyone. Not bad. It's pretty good at the end fight, especially. It's just I also don't really want to have to secure a slot for that, and I don't have damage. I'm gonna take Foxy. I need damage. What better way? Oh, damn. The Molten Dip increased damage by 2, and when consumed, add an additional +2 HP to all allies. Really good. There's also the Spark Charm, gain Spark. Trigger immediately when deployed, but you cannot recall it. I mean, you're given 1 shroom to all enemies immediately doesn't seem incredible. Pomegranate Charm, gain Barrage and reduce damage by 2. Nothing here benefits from that, but final Balance Charm, set HP, damage, and counter to 3. That would increase Foxy's damage by 2. Also decreases their health by 1, but increases their damage by 2. And then Molten Dip afterwards would be additional health. Also, having Foxy will make it a lot easier to get multi-kills because of the frenzy attacking and all that. I'm gonna take the Balance Charm, immediately equip that to Foxy. Changing their base statistics. Then I'm gonna get the Molten Dip. And now I need to ask myself the question. Should I give Foxy the ability to frenzy target entire lines with Barrage? With that little health, I feel like that's just a way to guarantee that I die to any spikes that are even suggested, rather than necessarily used. But it is pretty appealing. I don't think I can take it. Even if I could take it, I don't think I would be able to use it right now. We're too scared of the spikes fight in like 3 rings time? Oh, baby. Let's get a Foxy out on the field. Someone who knows damage. Give Foxy the Sunrod to start actually dealing with Makoko. Makoko, of course, just currently being quite a nightmare. Can block a single attack with Woodhead. It's just I feel like Shelly does need to get out on the field. I can block. So Makoko's attacking for 3. Porcupine and Infinoko attacking for 2 and 1 on that top line. I move Spike to the bottom of the bottom line, back of the bottom line rather. I can get them out of the barrage space. If I put Shelly on the... What? Oh, I forgot this! I somehow forgot that that commits your turn. I was just thinking... Good lord. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just move this unit. Yeah, you know how you move units. Oh, it's no problem, eh? Good lord. Well, that could cause issues. I'm gonna put the Bling Bank on the field because I still think it's really important. Using Molten Dip on the top line would be a really good opportunity to get Porcupine in a position. Now Foxy can take out that Porcupine. If I had this instead, though, I can get the Porcupine, Makoko, and Frostinger dead this turn by only using a single Scrappy Sword on Makoko. I think makes that the right play. No, wait, of course that doesn't work. It only gets 2, because of course the Porcupine is... The Porcupine was not attacking, so of course it didn't die. It does look like Infinoko is a problem right now. Also feels like the Bling Bank is gonna disappear no matter what I do. 2 Porcupine lines attacking at the same time. Same for Shelly, though. Gonna have to freeze Infinoko here as well. Welcome back, Infinoko. Spike has the ability to withstand exactly 1 more strike from Infinoko for us, which hopefully is enough. I'm gonna pop a Shellbow on my own team. Finally get some actual additional HP out of him. So now I can also play Shelly again. Beautiful. I could try and freeze Infinoko this turn, which just lines up Foxy to be able to kill Infinoko next turn. I could also just withstand all of their damage right now. Put a unit like Shelly in the front line. Happily take 7 damage on Rawsome. If I even want to put out my Bling Bank, I can do that on the top line by putting Foxy on the bottom, because they're just not going to be taken out by the barrage. Yeah, so Foxy now, with a little bit of help, kills Infinoko, then Porcupine, then Porcupine. So Shelly attacks first, Foxy follows up and kills 3. How else could I do this? I could have Foxy striking twice against Infinoko. No, I think this is the only version of it. Whee! 1. And then 2 and a 3. Really felt like I would have a lot more money by now. But I guess I am spending a lot of it. I got the Molten Tip, obviously. I got, you know, our Charm for Foxy. I want crowns, though. Spike, you're... Oh, right, you won't be injured after this, that's fine. It's gotta be redraw bell counter down right now. Just because our deck is not particularly thick and we only have a couple of cards in it worth playing. Frozen Traveler before another Muncher. Love it. Ooh, hello, Chompum. Deal additional damage equal to your shell. And you attack every 3 turns. Let's go, Chompum. And I think it's probably time to take Spike out of the deck. As much as I want to have them there, 2 teeth is basically no teeth. Heading over to the Muncher. I know it's Scrappy Sword both times. I do have more damage now, significantly more damage now even. Oh wow, if I had the Barrage Charm for Chompum, the Barrage Charm rather for Chompum, although I wouldn't be able to use it. I would have to increase their attack first to be able to give it to them. Hello, Woolly Snail. Nutshell Cake. Apply 9 shell and reduce 2 health. Or reduce health by 2, rather. Consume. I definitely have to take the crown. That goes on Foxy. And then this crown goes on Chompum. I want to get Shelly another one soon. Gotta take the Lumen Goo. I really want to take the Charm, but if I do that, I lock myself out of the Nutshell. I can only cast the Nutshell once on Chompum, but it makes them so much more powerful. I want to take it. There's also a Spore Pack here for barrage against enemies, applying poison. I like that too. It'll give me the ability to offload a bunch of charms, similar to a, you know, the Frost barrage for all enemies. Which we showed off, especially recently. Head into the next battle. Hello, Gawk and Jab Jokes. Good to see you're all doing well, I assume. Cool. I'm going to Nutshell. Chompum. So currently, Chompum would kill Jabjo by attacking. Cool. I'm gonna Shellbow. Hello, Chompum. You've got a lot of damage now. So all of the Jabjotes are just gonna do 4 damage total to our frontline Chompum. And then Chompum is gonna respond with 11 shell as well as 1 base damage for a total of 12 damage. I just wonder if I'm going to be better set up on the top line here. Molten Dip is definitely what I want to play this turn. When hit, apply 1 Demonize to the attacker. So each of my characters will get 1 Demonize off of that, Chompum and Foxy. That said, this is the plan that kills Gok, but it doesn't kill Jabjotes. The Jabjotes are also easier to kill. I'm gonna use it now. Alright. I can cycle. Hello, Shelly. About time you came out. I really want to get Frenzy on Chompum, if at all that becomes possible. Putting Poison on the top line would actually set up for some pretty sick multi-killing next turn. So I'm going to do that. Spores for the top line. That guarantees that the Jabjote on the top line dies this turn. And now, on the bottom line, our Chompum is going to have 8 shell, plus their base 3 damage, taking out the Jabjote. Then Foxy is going to take out another Jabjote, and then start working on the Goblin, which Shelly will then finish off. So we get a 4-time multi-kill. I'm also going to put out the Bling Bank in order to get a little bit more money out of all this. We even get 2 hits on the Goblin. Yeah, 63 bling out of that turn. I think that was pretty worthwhile. Playing Flame Water on Foxy's okay, but 5 is a pretty good breakpoint for them here because of the 10 health of Jabjotes. Poisoning again on the top line would just kill the Pygmy this turn. That doesn't really seem necessary. In fact, if I freeze the Pygmy, the next time Rawsome attacks, they're going to just kill the Pygmy by default. Perhaps I shouldn't be so pleased about that, though. I'm gonna put the Flame Water on Foxy here. Doesn't contribute to a multi-kill or anything like that. I really like the idea of just using the Woodhead to block a big hit here. So Chompum would then respond, and Foxy... Okay, so we get a double kill this turn? Yeah, I'm happy with that. At this point in the game, double kill? Yeah. More than good enough. Bit of poison for this bottom line, start working on the Porcupine in the back line. No, I really like the idea of just putting my Shellbow on my units. So it'll deal 4 damage to my entire bottom line, but it'll then give them 5 shell. And Muttonhead, I mean, look, Shelly can just block a hit from Muttonhead. That doesn't seem like it's important. Spore pack the enemy as well. So, if I let this board attack now, Rawson would deal 5 damage to the Mutton Head this round. Another damage from the poison it already has. 6. Down to 21 health. Chomp'em would deal 13, down to 8 health. And then between Foxy and Shelly, all of the units on board would die. Okay, cool. That seems good. I'm gonna let that happen. I'm glad I counted that, because that is the kind of math that I usually would assume, yeah, no, we've got enough. And then be proven quite violently wrong. Man, I'd love a second shop. Oh boy. Oh, buddy, what a second shop would do to me. A random charm versus the Muncher? Definitely the Muncher there. Shroominator. Whenever anything is shroomed, double the amount and lose a scrap. Not great. Only if I had the ability to remove the scrap reduction effect, so like having a frostbite shard in the deck, would that really help me? Mobile campfire, while active, add 3 damage to allies in row. Yeah, I mean, look, putting that in row with Foxy's not bad. Before an enemy attacks, apply a demonize to them. I'm gonna take the mobile campfire, I think. It is honestly not thrilled to have had to take any of them, though. Colonel. Hello, buddy. Oh. I may actually take the bell of take an additional friend with you. Colonel is exactly who I want. So right now, Shelly is probably synonymous with Colonel here, but if I can get Colonel, Chomp'em, and Shelly in the same run, Foxy is also just there to confirm my damage, basically. Then we're off to the races. Alright, Muncher. You still hungry for, Scrappy Sword? Flame Water's quite slow. Blocking individual hits is still worth a hell of a lot at this point in the game, but Flame Water is quite slow. Alright, next battle. I would love another crown so badly right now. Ugh, it's this one. Well. Foxy's about to have a tough time. I do want to get Colonel out on the field before Grumble attacks. But I also don't really want Colonel to attack early here. So I guess I don't do that this turn, which means I can use Nutshell Cake on Chomp'em. Which I think is going to be pretty important. Now I put Colonel on the top line. 2 damage extra health on Chomp'em. Chomp'em now has the ability to try and kill a unit. Although I can't take out... If Chomp'em aimlessly hit Marrow in the back line, then Foxy's not even Foxy has to go back in the deck right now. Oh, God. Oh, Foxy. I really wish that weren't so. But if that doesn't happen, we're kind of ruined. I'm gonna poison the bottom line to make it all the more likely that Marrow dies soon. Well, now we're not attacking aimlessly at least. So that's nice. I could use the Molten Dip right now, but that's really a damage increase mainly for Foxy. Maybe it doesn't have to target Foxy to be worthwhile though. Oof. All of them with the initial spikes as well. Alright, big reroll. Shellbow for our line here. Quite like that. Shellbow, of course, triggering Colonel's ability to pop damage behind them. Gromble's about to get smacked upside the head with part of that too. I'm gonna snow stick the Gobbling, try and keep you here for a turn. At least get a little money out of you on the way. I'm gonna get Chomp'em to work on taking out Gromble as well here. 36 damage! Well done, Chomp'em! Cycle my way hopefully to Foxy soon. No Foxy found. No Foxy's given. I'm gonna put the mobile campfire out on the line that Rawsome is attacking on right now. Hello, Morjaw. Annoyingly, Colonel is now in a position where I want to play the Spore pack on the bottom line, and I also desperately don't want to play the Spore pack on the bottom line, because if I play it on the bottom line, it hits Pawpaw. It guarantees that Pawpaw dies at the end of this round, but it also means that Pawpaw has 3 Thorns, enough to kill Colonel when Colonel possibly attacks here. 1/3 chance to do so. However, if it doesn't, it also has a chance of hitting Smog, which would then remove the health required in addition to the Shroom to take out Smog this round. I'm gonna risk it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, see, that's how it goes when you risk it. Thankfully, having a very, very strong Chomp'em should still probably end up being enough, frankly. Not really getting that much money out of this fight, though. What are the odds that I just give myself the chance of running away? Chomp'em attacks on the top line. If they aimlessly strike the Morjaw, I just win. 50-50. And if they miss and strike the Gobbling, that's fine too. Sure, I'm gonna freeze the Goblin. Man, actually hit the target that I probably would have preferred. And Morjaw's going to attack relatively soon as well. Pop Foxy out. I can just let the Mawjaw die this turn. Gobling's about to run away. So it'll run away on its turn. Mawjaw attacks for 5. 28. I do 31 damage back to it in response. Here on the bottom line... If I get Foxy to attack, I can also get 2 kills, I guess? Yeah, sure. Wait, but Chompum's not attacking this turn. Unless I use a Sunrod on them. Therein lies the rub. Eh, get him, Chompum. Dang it. If I throw that on the bottom line, I can guarantee a triple kill this turn. No, I can't. Right, of course. Smog had to be the one that took the extra damage. Chompum is gonna take out Mawjaw on the top line this round, though. So I'm just... get the Bling Bank out. Chompum kills Mawjaw, Smog dies to poison, Bling Bank's out on the field. Hey, look, end of that fight wasn't elegant, or glorious, or wonderful, or well done, or clever. What, are you still here? That was the cue to... stop judging me. Bling's Now Cave is going to give me some extra money. I also now have the ability to dupe something. There's a couple things here I find particularly dupeable. Molten Dip. Nutshell Cake. Especially considering the fact that Molten Dip can be doubled with Lumen quite effectively. It gives me a constant in-play additional to use with Lumen. Also, it's just extra base HP for the characters, which is worth its weight in gold. Broken Vase. Love it. Now, the Snow Cake could also help me lock someone out of the fight. The Grabber. So the Grabber is Noomlin and Yank. That would give me the ability to hit my own Colonel for only 1 damage and give 3 shell to the unit behind them. Also, in the very final fight, it'll give me the ability to reorganize the enemies so that I can take out particularly problematic enemies first. No, if I can't get my health up at that point, it's not really going to matter. I definitely need to take the Charm Machine. Frog Charm. Gain Fury 3. Who attacks on a line alone? I mean, assumedly this ends up going on Foxy. And I just position them on lines alone when they need to attack. Peppering for 2 Spice in Barrage. I really don't feel like Spice goes in this run. Another Charm from the Charm Machine, probably then another Snow Cake. Acorn Charm. Just gain 8 shell by base. Putting that on Chompum makes Chompum base more powerful. Putting it on Colonel makes Colonel capable of giving more HP back to Chompum. I think Colonel's gonna need it. Colonel's gonna need some additional health. Foxy will get the Frog Charm. It does look like a Furious Frog. I'll take a Snow Cake. And waddle my way onto the next boss. Hello, Krunker. I mean, I could get Foxy this turn to kill the Sponcher. Just Sunrod Foxy? all the best. Uses the access to Krunker quite quickly. All of our other units can just attack through that line. I use snow sticks to hold Krunker up for a little bit of time. I also do want to get Shellbow out on the field. How much damage we do to an individual target right now doesn't matter as much as preparing my health, because I have enough damage and the enemies have scrap health, so they'll only take one instance of damage to any amount of damage dealt at a time. I'm going to Shellbow our own top line, giving some additional health to Foxy, as well as Chompum and Colonel, but more so to Foxy because they stand behind Colonel. Yeah, I want to freeze Krunker early here, I think. Spore Pack is also wonderful against Krunker. 2 instances of damage. I'm going to put Spore Pack on the bottom line here. Snow Stick probably next turn. Chompum on a different line would still get smacked back. For 4 damage, that's a lot for Chompum to lose here. Alright. I'm gonna freeze Krunker, but I'm not happy about leaving Sponcher to aimlessly attack on that top line 2 times. Works out in the end. So Colonel's about to do 1 damage, Rawsome does 1 damage, and then does 1 damage in AoE basically to everyone. Let's cycle. There's both of the Molten Dips, as well as the Lumen Vase to use beforehand. So yeah, I'm gonna Lumen Vase. Yeah, I'm gonna Lumen Vase one of the Molten Dips. Trying to do 11 damage to all of those positions, eh, Krunker? What if I just froze you for 12 turns? What would you do about that? So on the bottom line, Foxy is going to kill the spike wall. It can't smack back because it's dead. And then Foxy is going to attack the Ice Forge 2 times, taking away the negative health, negative damage from all of my allies, and the positive damage for all of the enemies. And then on the top line, Chompum attacks the spike wall. Got 3 extra damage, and that's from the Fury right now. I don't want Chompum on the top line to have to deal with the smackback. I'm going to put you on the bottom line and then give the buff to Foxy from Molten Dip. So that's how Foxy's going to have the damage to be able to push through this stuff. Rather than relying on the Fury previous. I want to get Bling Bank out there as well. So I'll do it. The spike wall's obviously a huge problem for us right now. Use a nutshell cake on Champum on the bottom, on the top line. So Colonel and Rawson are going to take out Kronka. Okay. Let's start working on the bottom line as well. I'm going to throw the Molten Dip down there. Champum kills Sponcher, and then Foxy starts working on the next unit. Quick cycle here. So currently Kronka is only threatening to do 3 damage to, unfortunately, the position where the Bling Bank is. I could move Foxy back there. As well as Rawsom's current position, but Rawsom's also going to get healed up by Colonel taking damage this round. I'm going to snow stick the spike wall so that I can actually start attacking it. So on the top line right now, Foxy would be able to kill the spike wall, then the Grink, and then attack Kronka. In 2 turns' time... Can I use the Lumen Vase on Bling Bank here? I think so. I think I can afford to. So Grink hits Colonel, then Kronka hits Colonel, and then Rawson, and then also Foxy. I can do it in this order, actually. Although if Foxy is at all getting hit, if Rawson goes on the bottom line, the spike wall on the top line dies just as a result of the normal action. How do I kill as many of the enemy units here as possible? So Colonel will attack for nothing against that spike wall and then get responded to, giving additional shielding to the unit behind them. I could also just force Foxy to attack now, taking out the spike wall as well as Grink and dealing some damage to the Kronka. Just short on being able to kill the Kronka there. That's fine though, we got a combo. Foxy on the bottom line kills all 3 next turn. If I froze the Kronka this turn, I can guarantee that no action gets ahead of us, but I also don't need that. Is there any way for me to make my position on board more powerful right now? No, not really. I just want to get towards the Sunrod for Foxy as quickly as possible, basically. There it is. But I will let Foxy attack next turn without the Sunrod. Because if I can get Foxy to attack naturally, then I can use an instance of damage against the Ice Lantern to take it out. So that means this turn I Snow Stick Kronka to buy myself a moment of time. And then this turn I poison the top line. Three-time combo with the Lumen to Bling Bank. It's finally time for me to take the companion limit up. And actually enjoy it. Colonels recovered from their injuries. I get to include Shelly back into the deck. legitimately thrilled to be doing that. Charm. Absolutely no way I'm going for the random junk on the top line. Apply Frost. I mean, putting that on Spore Pack to apply Frost to all enemies, it's not bad. It's not incredible, but it's not bad. I could also give Foxy the ability to apply Frost, but if Foxy's attacking something enough times and it's not dying, it has to be a boss. Whereas like a distributed loss of damage from a Spore Pack. Yeah, but only one? I'm still gonna do it. Only one Frost doesn't really matter that much. It really feels like, you know, one Demonize is worth multiple Frost, is worth a different amount of Shroom, but all of the charms just give you one. Go to, battle. Alrighty then. Good lord. Yeah, I want to get Shelly out there, but I also want to put the Lumen Vase on Molten Dip before I use the Molten Dip. But I also want to put the Lumen Vase on, like, Colonel. So they just donate more to Chomp 'em. Shelly needs to go on field. Currently the Hogs are doing basically nothing here. Rawsome in 3 turns time kills all of the Hogs. If no one else has done anything about it yet. Yeah, I'm gonna Lumen Vase Colonel here. Legitimately think that's probably the right play for us. So Foxy kills the 2 on the bottom line. And then between Foxy and Shelly, the Hog on the top line also dies. And then Chomp 'em attacks for 18 against the wrong target. Wait, hang on. Can I get everyone? So on the bottom line, Foxy, if I give Molten Dip here now, you'll attack, and almost kill the Hog on the top line. Then Shelly kills the Hog on the top line. And then Chomp 'em has 3 damage base, plus 15 from the yeah, that's a kill on everyone. I'm going to 3 kills town, baby. And it's overpopulated. There's 4. Rawsome, your attack this turn kills 2 Hogs. Unfortunately, the Warthog smacking back is not great. I really want to play all of these cards before I cycle away from this hand though, so I feel quite compelled. I can take out 3 units this turn on the bottom line. Rawsome attacks first, taking out the Hog, as well as poisoning the Hog on the top line, which will die. Colonel then attacks for 3 damage against the Rock Hog. 1 more damage is dealt by... no, I can't. If I cycled, I might be able to, though. What, with a Spore Pack or something like that? I really want to play all of these cards. Do I care about my combo enough to walk away from this? Honestly, probably, because I'm also I'm doing quite well in this fight. So I can afford to take a little bit less powerful of a position. So if I put the mobile campfire out, that's it. It'd be 3 extra damage to Colonel, as well as the 1 poison from Rawsome. That's the rock hog, that's the hog, and that's the other hog. I was 1 short with my other plan, unfortunately. That warthog on the top line dies immediately to chomp him next turn. Foxy then kills the goblin thereafter. I kind of want to throw the mobile campfire back into my deck and then just put the bling bank out now. So I will. And this leaves me in a position to be able to snow stick the goblin. 1 kill, then Shelly hits, and then Foxy hits. We get the double kill. We also get as much out of the bling bank as possible, as well as much out of the goblin as possible. This warthog on the bottom line can be completely pacified with a single snow cake. All of the hogs in the back line die next turn. So if I can line up more deaths next turn, that's going to be worthwhile. I can do that very easily. By freezing the warthog this turn. Okay. And then sun rodding the warthog. Sorry, sun rodding Foxy, rather, to attack earlier. Also, Rawsome's gonna get credit for a lot of kills right now. I don't know exactly how much money I got from that turn. I really wish I'd looked. Okay. Razor, you're about to attack for 18 damage to Colonel on that top line? But you're doing it in so many discrete instances, I think I can get my shell triggers here. I'm gonna redraw. Okay. If I spore pack the enemy, then only after they trigger every time does their attack come back, because it clears after triggering, not clearing after attacking. I think that's how it works. Is there a safer way to do this? I guess Molten Dip on the top line, and then I'll have 19 health on Colonel, so 6 by 3 won't be enough to take them out. I'm gonna do the safe version. More than 50 on a single target there. In fact, the perfect amount on that target. Alright, Foxy. Give him hell. Goodbye, Razor. And hello to the final achievement and unlock that I have in this game. Tough nut to crack that one was. Alright, Woolly Snail on the top line. Obviously, I would like another crown, please. Weakness charm, reduced damage by 2, yeah. Shelbo! I actually have the right card for it. There you go, Shelbo. Still hits us as well, just for 0 damage. Oh, I'm over the moon that I have that. Shell Shield? Frostspell for the reduction across the enemies? I mean, obviously I'm going for the charms first. Crown as well, but I can't buy enough charms to run out of the crowns right now. Gain 2 spice when hit. That should go on Colonel, who is hit occasionally. Moose Charm. Increase counter by 1 and damage by 3. Probably Shelly. Attacking less often, but doing more damage. Time for another charm. Oh, Chuckle Charm! Remove the charm limit. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be removing the charm limit. Frenzy from Blaze T. Add Frenzy, but increase counter by 1. Chomp'em having Frenzy and counter increased by 1 is pretty sick. Because Chomp'em will be doing a lot of damage quite quickly. How much time will I really have to set up, though? I'm worried this deck is way too slow. How do I speed that up? Well, you speed that up typically by giving Lumen Vase, you know, prime position in your opening hand. And I don't really have 2 lines that are comfortable standing alone right now either. Oof. Because currently I rely on a lot of reorganizing my units on board. And Shelly defends other units when they attack. I almost wonder if for the final I should cut units off of my team. Justification being, it's an additional line that I can't really often afford to actually support well. And if it's not supporting and moving well especially, then freeing up those crowns to be on something else might be more impactful. If I could also funnel all of the instances of 2 damage through Colonel, then I could get Chomp'em very large very quickly. But then Chomp'em's only doing 1 damage apiece. Yeah, I think I may have made a deck that's pretty good at fulfilling the shell condition I wanted, but really bad at finishing the final fight. Shellbow's really powerful. Having Lumen Vase and Shellbow pretty early is pretty good. Remove the charm limit from Foxy. And then Moose Charm. Shelly. Blaze T for Chomp'em does seem really good. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the Shell Shield as well. Let's go. In the Eye of the Storm fight, I think I can use all of my units, thankfully. So I'm really going to be able to show the build off here. Get the extra damage from the... for Chomp'em, rather. Okay. And I'll give you Blaze T as well. Foxy on the bottom line is not currently capable of killing the Ice Forge. However, a Molten Dip should give them the ability now to take it out. Grink on the top line, and then the Frost Guardian intend to do basically no damage. Shelly's currently threatened on the bottom line, though. By Bigfoot. If I cycled right now, I might be able to get the Sun Rod, forcing Chompum to kill Bigfoot early? Sure. That's not gonna do it. I'm gonna use the Shellbow. Actually no, I'm gonna use the Molten Dip on the bottom line. Gain additional health and damage everywhere. Now we just start working on the Frost Guardian. Neat. A Snow Stick would help me fight that Spike Wall, but I don't need to send a Snow Stick to it until next turn. However, it does buy me a pretty convenient turn to throw out a Shellbow. Let's have none of that on the field, thank you. Okay, let's get a mobile campfire out there as well. And exactly how would I... Oh, I can slow the Frost Guardian down quite effectively. What with the whole just use a Snow Stick. Literally just a Snow Stick's fine. And indeed, that should slow it down pretty much right up until that unit is dead. But that'll happen at the end of the round or right now. Foxy there. I can take out the Rock Hog. Start trying to take out Frost Guardian. Yeah, I'm just going to throw Shellbow at the top line. And that let Colonel... And they had Frenzy because of the Rock Hog. Yeah, that wasn't great, but I did get a new charm unlocked. And, in fact, a new Frost Guardian ascended that I'll be able to fight on a later run. Let's go have a look at the Challenge Stone. Yeah, I just didn't see it. This is... Where are we? Tough Nut. When shelled, gain spice instead? Do I think that's particularly good for someone? Maybe. But a lot of these charm unlocks have been worse. Interesting. I'll try and find the situation in which that finds itself particularly useful in a later run. Until then, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Wildfrost. Sometimes they have Frenzy. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, and hopefully we'll see you next time.